Hi, I'm Gary, ham radio call sign Whiskey 4 Echo Echo Yankee, and you may know me from teaching ham radio classes at my channel of the same name, Whiskey 4 Echo Echo Yankee, W4EEY. And we teach the technician class, the beginning level, the general class, and the extra class, all for free. So check it out. This video is a first for me. It's a product review, and it's based on questions that I used to get from students in my technician class who were very interested in, well, their first radio. Even before they got their license, they wanted to listen in on local ham radio repeaters. So a very frequent question I would get is, what radio should I buy? And it used to be, a few years ago, that the answer was always the Baofeng UV5R. There are lots of them out there. They were about $25 on Amazon. And everything was fine. People would buy them and listen to the local repeaters. By the way, you find frequencies for your local repeaters either in a book like this one, the American Radio Relay League Repeater Directory, or there are apps, repeaterbook.com or radioreference.com, or some online websites where you can find frequencies. So the UV5R, great, except in 2018, the FCC cited the importer of the Baofeng radios for having unauthorized RF devices. And this is a link at the top here to the American Radio Relay League announcement. The problems, as I understand it, were that they were originally approved under Part 90 of the Land Mobile Radio Service. They're not accepted for other services. They did not operate within the technical parameters of the Part 90 rules. We'll talk about that in a second. Their output power exceeded 1 watt. They could be programmed to transmit on a wide range of frequencies, including public service, fire, EMS, other frequencies. And their harmonic and spurious output exceeded limits. And so this is the technical limit here, is that second harmonic signals and others needed to be at least 40 dB down below the average power of the fundamental emission. Okay, so the UV5R is a no-go, and so what are we going to do? Well, the thing is that this is what we want in a radio. We want a low price, because you want to be able to afford it. You want to be able to program it easily, maybe by the free software Chirp. You want to have solid build quality. You want to be able to eventually, when you get your license, to transmit on the 2 meter and the 70 centimeter bands, and you want to make sure that the spurious output signals are within FCC specifications, the second harmonic 40 dB down or greater. Well, Baofengs were my go-to, so I thought about, well, what about the UV17R? So I bought one from Amazon for about $25. And build quality was good, appearance was stylish, and the display is clear. But what about that spurious output problem? And here's where YouTube came to the rescue. They gave me an idea, and I saw this video from Rob, N1NUG, on the Tiny SA Ultra. Tiny SA, Tiny Spectrum Analyzer Ultra. And so he had a great video here, and also Josh over at the Ham Radio Crash Course did a review and a summary of this spectrum analyzer. And then the designer of the spectrum analyzer, which is about $150 on Amazon with the discounts, also has a YouTube channel. So I thought, yep, I'm going to get one of those, and we're going to make some tests. So here we are doing some spurious testing using the Tiny SA Ultra. And so I got the various radios out that I wanted to test, running into a 30 dB 50 ohm attenuator load. So no antennas are involved here at all. And then I used the screen capture software available online and captured the output. So what about the Baofeng UV17R? It failed. Here you can see the two markers. The main signal here is at 7.5 dBm. The second harmonic signal is at minus 13.2 dBm. And if you add 7.5 to 13.2, it's not 40. It's less than that. So the Baofeng UV17R failed the second harmonic spurious emissions test. Okay, what am I going to do? What radio is going to suffice? And then I saw this video also on YouTube from Jim Heath, W6LG, who was using the Baofeng 5RM. Okay, that's another affordable radio, 30 bucks on Amazon. So I purchased one. It too failed. You look at the fundamental output here, and you look at the second harmonic output. And by the way, if a radio is going to fail, it's going to fail on VHF. All of the radios I've tested on the 70 centimeter or UHF bands have always all passed. So this is the failure point. All right, so what to do? A while back, a company called TIDRadio had contacted me about, asking if I wanted to do a product review. And at the time I said, no, I'm just not into that. I don't do product reviews. Till now. I remember that, and so I contacted them. I said, would you send me your H3 TIDRadio and let me evaluate it? And they said, sure, but we want you to do a couple of videos. So, okay, I'll do a couple of videos, I told them, but first it's got to pass spurious emissions testing. So using the exact same setup that we've done before with this TIDRadio H3, it passed. You can see that the output power here is 6.9 dBm, and the second harmonic signal here at number 2 is greater than 50 dB down. This is a good performance. It's not the best performance, I'll show you that later, but it's good. Now, then the question was about out-of-band transmissions. The Baofeng UV5R was capable of that. So here we are, I've programmed the radio and the VFO to transmit on 155 megahertz, which is a public safety band used by police, fire, EMS, and it has an output signal there. It should not. So that's a no-go. That's one of the reasons the UV5R is not a recommended radio. The Baofeng 5RM, it also will transmit in the public safety bands. That's not good. So there are various versions of the H3 radio from TIDRadio, and the ham radio version is what you want to get. It's available on Amazon and also from their own website. I'll give you some links here in a minute. And so with the ham radio version, it will only transmit on the ham bands and is in full compliance. So more expensive radios are also recommended. ICOM, Yaesu, Kenwood, Alinco, just to name a few. And they're going to cost you, though, hundreds of dollars maybe. But I have an older, from the late 1990s, ICOM ICW32A. And as a comparison, here's the output from the W32A. And I'm sorry about the frequency menu there on the right. I didn't realize that was up when I took the capture. Notice there are no harmonic outputs at all. And the reading was taken using averaging for 4 sweeps, waiting for the trace to settle to the maximum level. But anyway, the expensive ICOM radio from the 1990s is actually the better performer here. And so if you bought a name brand radio from ICOM, Yaesu, Kenwood, Alinco, etc., they too would probably perform this way. But the Chinese radios, you can't beat their price. So I'm going to recommend the, if I push the right button there, the TIDRadio H3. It's a nice little compact radio. If I push the button here on the side just to light it up. It's It's got a nice display, and it performs. So it's something that you might want to consider. If you'd like, I'll be able to do some more videos on the H3, operating the H3, programming the H3, its ease of operation, battery life, audio quality, and also put a comment in the comment sections below if you'd like me to review the procedure I used to make the measurements with the Tiny SA Ultra. I would be happy to do that. All right, since TIDRadio did provide the radio to me for free, so this is a promotion, they also gave me a discount code. If you'd like to use it, it's entirely up to you, but here's the URL for TIDRadio. And if you use the discount code W4EEY10 with shipping from them, the price will be $33.99 as of today. If you go on, so this is an affiliate link, and I'm getting a cut of the money, but all monies received go toward the production of future videos or classes. It doesn't go into my pocket. We just use it to buy equipment and whatnot to make these videos. If you want to go on Amazon, here's an Amazon affiliate link. Interestingly, the price varied as I went to Amazon between $35 and $39. So that's marketing for you. Anyway, this is my first ever product review. I give a thumbs up to the H3 as something you might want to consider for your very first amateur radio. Program it, listen to local amateur radio repeaters, and learn by hearing other hams on the air, and it'll help make sense of the test questions and things that we talk about in our classes on the channel. Thanks for watching. 73 from Whiskey 4 Echo Echo Yankee.